It's Hall of Fame football coach Lou Holtz. Listen, America needs Donald Trump now more than ever. He'll secure the borders, end inflation, make America great again. Nothing is more important than the future of this country, and it hangs in the balance this election. And I'm sure President Trump will be successful making America great again. We need your help. Remember, we are a team with Donald Trump.
Temperature in the 60s in South Florida on the final night of the NFL regular season. Hard Rock Stadium, and this game is for the championship of the AFC East, hosted by the 11-5 Miami Dolphins. And their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, taking on their rival, Josh Allen, and the 10-6 Buffalo Bills on NBC's Sunday Night Football. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. Great one coming up here tonight. The winner is the number 2 seed. We'll play a home game. And given the geography of Miami and Buffalo, that is a big deal. Chris, the reason we've arrived here is because Buffalo's hot. They've won their last 4. How have they done?
I just think that they're so dangerous right now in so many different ways. Defensively, they're playing their best football of the season without question. But when you look at the Buffalo Bills, there's only one goal, and that's to win a Super Bowl. And unless Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs can recapture some of the magic that they had early in the season, it's going to be tough to do.
Miami's opened the door. They've split the last 4 games 2-2, and they lost in Baltimore by 37 last Sunday. So how big a concern is that?
Well, Baltimore has been kicking everybody they've been playing, so maybe not that big a concern. But these Dolphins, they've got some really key injuries now on both sides of the ball. So you begin to think about what has to happen tonight, and I think it's going to be the remaining stars, if you will, Tua and Tyreek Hill, Deron Achane. Those guys are going to have to be extra special tonight.
The Dolphins haven't won this division in 15 years.
That's right. 19 players were on the Dolphins injury report this week. Cornerback Xavier Howard, he was ruled out on Friday with a foot injury, and 3 other key starters came into this one questionable. Running back Raheem Mostert and wide receiver Jalen Waddle are both out with ankle injuries. Safety Javon Holland, he came into tonight with injuries to both of his MCLs. He came out earlier to test it, didn't seem to have any issues. I spoke to him. He said he's good to go. And just now, safety Deshaun Elliott pulled his calf in pregame warmups. He's questionable. In addition to the Dolphins' injuries, wide receiver Tyreek Hill left Wednesday's practice after learning that his house was on fire. There was substantial damage, but fortunately all of his family members and his pets were safe. The fire was determined to be accidental. Head coach Mike McDaniel called it a scary situation and said that Tyreek has had the full support of everyone within the Dolphins organization, Mike.
What a week. Melissa, thank you. There you see the coaches and what's at stake. Sean McDermott's team wins. Pittsburgh goes to Western New York. The Dolphins go to Arrowhead next week. If the Dolphins win, Mike McDaniel's crew stays right here, and we run this back next week. The Steelers will be at the Chiefs. If it's a tie tonight, Buffalo's the 6th, Miami's the 2, and we'll get into what that means if events warrant. Buffalo has won the toss, deferred the option, so Miami will get the ball. First, Tyler Bass kicking off for Buffalo, and Braxton Berrios handles the returns for Miami. They met at Orchard Park, week 4. Buffalo won 48-20. This one with a lot more on the line. Final game of the season. For the division title, off we go to South Florida. It's a touchback. Dolphins offense starts at the 25, and here they are. Different starting offensive line combination this year. Second most in the league, but Miami still leads the league with 30 points per game. One headline: the Bills Mafia has taken over South Florida. All that noise you hear? Bills fans. The 25. Tiller. Holds. Throws. Incomplete. Trying to get it downfield for Cedric Wilson, and a flag is down in the secondary, but it's going to be an ineligible man downfield for the Dolphins. Alex Ketmer.
Ineligible downfield. Offense number 68. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's the right guard, Robert Hunt.
Yeah, you get the RPO right off the bat, and of course the offensive linemen, they've got to block run first, and when Tua pulls it down, and once he starts to move, that means your guy's going downfield. And it's not the fault of Robert Hunt here at all. He doesn't know exactly what's going to happen. And the hesitation just simply created the foul.
Line by the Bills, 2nd and 10 for Tagovailoa. Devon Achane, the speedster in the backfield. He's got it on the flip going the opposite direction. And Achane turns the corner. That's a first down. Gain of 16 to the 41-yard line. Micah Hyde tried the first time and couldn't bring him down.
So a week ago, they were pitching the ball that way. This time they do this and counter back to give a little misdirection to this fast-moving Buffalo Bills defense. And Achane has been averaging 8 yards per carry this year, which is unbelievable. And he just keeps it going.
He got 16 on that one. Rookie out of Texas A&M. Carrying the load with Mostert out tonight. Now flip it to the left. Bills were there. Greg Rousseau and Christian Benford, the corner, said, not coming this way. Daquan Jones finished it up with the tackle. Loss of 4.
Well, Daquan Jones really has become the guy that once he got back in this lineup, boy, everything seemed to settle down just a little bit. Now they really have 2 stars inside with Ed Oliver and his 9.5 sacks. But the force against the run is number 92, Daquan Jones.
So good to have him back. Injured in the game against Jacksonville. Officially a loss of 3. 2nd and 13. Emptied out from 0. Throws it complete. There's Tyreek Hill for the first time tonight. Terry Johnson with the tackle. They bring up 3rd down for the quarterback, Tagovailoa. And since he's starting tonight, think back, that was the big talk before the season. Could he make it all the way through? He's one of only 9 quarterbacks to make every start this year. He needs another 118 yards to end the season with the most passing yards in the league. Year 4 for the 5th overall pick out of Alabama.
Well, you know Tyreek Hill is going to get a lot of attention here. And so now the question becomes, who else steps up with Jalen Waddle out of the lineup?
Hill in motion, turning upfield. Tua looking that way. Tua throwing that way. Downfield. Benford undercuts it. And interception. Christian Benford with pick number 2 on the season. And the first statement made by this Buffalo defense. 16-yard line. James Cook the back for Josh Allen. Now into the air on 1st down. Complete to Stephon Diggs. Gain of 4. Chris, take us back to the pick. What happened?
Yeah, and so many times we see Tyreek Hill take off in motion and basically gain speed, and then nobody can stay with him. This ball was probably underthrown by 7 or 8 yards on the outside there, and just a great play by Christian Benford, who stood and ran right with Tyreek Hill.
A little Shakir, the 3rd receiver in motion. Second year back. James Cook passes to the outside. Cook close to the 1st down. Mark him at the 25, a yard short. David Long with the stops. Josh Allen, the quarterback. 5th consecutive year he's made every start for Buffalo. He leads the league, 42 total touchdowns, 15 of them on the ground. But he started the week with the 2nd most turnovers. 7th overall pick. He's taken the Bills to the playoffs now for 5 consecutive seasons. It's been the full Josh Allen experience this year. Touchdowns, turnovers.
I tell you, though, he tore up the Miami Dolphins when they played the first time.
320 yards and 5 touchdowns in that Week 4 game. 3rd and 1, the run is running Fournette, and he's got the 1st down. They activated Fournette for the 2nd time this season. He's been on the practice squad for a couple of months. Fournette, who's changed for Buffalo?
You almost want to say, this isn't fair. Wait a minute, they added Leonard Fournette to the backfield, and what he's done now is not only give him a little pop and some size and pass protection, but remember with Tom Brady back in the day with Tampa Bay, he had 142 receptions with the Bucs in 2 years there, so he is very much a weapon out of the backfield.
I got 51 Rita. Fournette active, Latavius Murray inactive. Ty Johnson's the back now, spread out on 1st and 10. Get rid of it quick. Second pop to Diggs. It's a gain of 6. The Dolphins have started 12 different offensive lines. The Bills have started the same 5 guys all year. One of 2 teams in the league to do that. Fake to Diggs. Allen with time. Tight end. Dalton Kincaid inside the 40 to the Miami 36-yard line. And the Bills dealing here on this opening drive. A gain of 28.
And the big question with Josh Allen, what are you going to do? Are you going to pressure him? Are you going to coverage? And right now, they are going to at least attempt to bring a little pressure. But when you pressure and get nothing, that means there's a voided zone out there, and Josh Allen very calmly picked it apart.
Here it has been for Kincaid, the 25th overall pick of the draft out of Utah. Kept 67 on the season. James Cook, big call for Cook. First down run of 14 yards as he takes it to the 21-yard line.
Oh boy, they're getting it going here, Mike, and it started out.
I was a Kamala Harris supporter. That changed after an illegal alien murdered my son Drew. The man had been arrested previously, but District Attorney Kamala Harris let him go. Trust me, Kamala Harris is dangerously soft on crime.
Okay, Odell, let's get this work started. Not today?
Not today. Not today.
Not today. Speaking of which, I was looking at the contracts. Hey, not today. Not today, guys. Nah, not today. Not today. Not today. Man.
Ashley's massive 55th anniversary celebration is on now. Get rock bottom prices on top mattress brands. Plus, our gift to you, 0 interest financing for 55 months. And weekly mattress doorbusters, only at Ashley's.
With a very simple couple of passes on the outside to Stephon Diggs, they come right back to their next threat in Dalton Kincaid at the tight end. And now if they get James Cook in this running game going too, you have headaches for the Miami Dolphins defense.
6 plays, 3 first downs. Allen. Open. Gets it alive. Gets it complete. Gets Cook out of the backfield. Moves this forward to the 15-yard line. So it turns into a nice game for a local product, Miami Central High School, about 10 miles away from the stadium here. Came into the day 5th in yards from scrimmage. What a very good second year it's been for the second-round pick out of Georgia.
How about the day he had against the Dallas Cowboys? 221 yards from scrimmage, 179 rushing. And that was a wake-up call around the league.
Again, weaving his way close to first down yards. Deshaun Hand has 2 hands on him. It'll be 3rd and a yard for this Buffalo offense.
Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, really, compared to what we saw a week ago, in which they had a few gimmicky plays in the first quarter, settled down to a little bit more of a shotgun approach. He knows, though, the best approach is for Josh Allen, be in the shotgun, and here comes the old bobsled push here with Josh Allen.
To the left. And more than the first down is Allen. Always tough to bring down. Ball comes out, but they say they had stopped his progress there at the 9-yard line. Despite the disagreement of Jalen Ramsey, it's a first down for Buffalo.
And it's hilarious. Josh Allen has done this to the left every single time. Fournette now, the pusher, in behind him. And he didn't even push him at all. But they have such power over there with Connor McGovern and Deion Dawkins on that left side. And Josh Allen's almost like, I don't care. I'm going that way. Those are my guys, and they haven't let me down yet.
I love your nickname. You coined it the Buffalo Bobsled. It works. Fournette was the pusher, and now he's the carrier. Takes it to the 5-yard line. Gain of 3. We'll go through the specifics of the Miami defense as we go through the night, but Melissa alluded to it at the top. Their 2 top edge rushers now out for the season. Losing Bradley Chubb last week. So Vic Fangio, the 65-year-old veteran defensive coordinator, really working shorthanded here tonight.
And this is when Josh Allen is oh so dangerous. He's the guy in the red zone. Whether he's throwing it or running it, almost impossible to stop down here.
Second and goal, the fullback Gilliam in motion. Allen looks, knocks the tight end, incomplete, no flag, Gator go. The nickel who was picked on when he was playing outside corner in the first meeting between these teams comes up with the stop there.
Yeah, just a simple route off the play action pass. And let's take a look at just how much contact there was at the point of the catch. More than a little bit.
Pulling on the right arm may have been the biggest part of restricting it from going again. No pass interference, third and goal. Cook is the back. Dolphins bring the heat. Allen retreats and throws. And he throws an interception. Still alive to run and finally brought down was Eli Apple. Staying in the end zone may have been more beneficial for field position, but the Bills go down the field and Allen turns it over and Apple with the takeaway. In that hand, that left arm underneath. One more look from this side.
Complete, full out, cover zero, bring everybody. Josh Allen, I think, threw an interception. That would look good to me.
And it would be the Bills' first red zone turnover of the season. So each team has turned it over. Still not confirmed yet. As they look at every turnover in replay, they'll check this one out as we step out. Inside is heavy rain yesterday. We come to that after the interception thrown by Allen, taken by Apple, Tua, and then off the starts by Graham. Stumbling Achan, lucky to get out of there. There is a flag down. Juan Jones was busted in there quickly. Let's see if the Bills got in there too quickly.
Offside. Defense number 90 was lined up in the neutral zone. That's a 5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
Shaq lost it. So a break and a bonus. Let's go back to the Allen interception, Chris.
Yeah, and there's a theory that to beat the Bills, Josh has to beat Josh. And you're going to see him looking in this direction. And here's the action right here. He's just going to turn and throw this ball once he feels that pressure without any real feel for what was happening with Dave Davis down the field. Just can't do that close to the goal line with points being taken off the board now.
The 8, and you look at that earlier play, that opposite side flip to Achan, pumped out of bounds by Terry Johnson. Another flag is down. Achan achieved the first down, but this flag is thrown in the Miami backfield.
Holding. Offense number 72. Tap the distance to the goal line. Still first down.
It's the Pro Bowl left tackle, Teron Armstead.
There's Armstead out wide trying to run with Achan. And you'll see the jersey tucked right there. Good ball.
Flag rate to the spot. A.J. Vanessa was the man who was held on the Buffalo defense. By the way, Von Miller, a healthy scratch, inactive last week, is active. Did not play on that first Buffalo drop. And the 2 flags give you the rare 1st and 9. Jeff Wilson's now the back. He's heading out. And Tua throws over and over. Great back to the 23-yard line. So people will have to step up. In the absence of Jalen Waddle, the 4th-year man from Washington State with the grab there.
It's a terrific route outside. Low snap. Tua handled it under pressure immediately and just calmly raised up and found that slant to Raycraft. And that was the question, Mike, coming into this game. Who would it be? Who can take some pressure off of Tyreek Hill? Because unless you're running the ball well, and other guys are stepping up to make plays in the passing game, you can't get it to them.
Fake out, goes to that open space. Here's Tyreek Hill. Taken off. Cheetah pulled down right around the 42-yard line. Gain of almost 20 yards on their connection.
And here they're going to come right back to that fake toss play on the outside, and then Tyreek is just going to drive down the field. So they achieved a little balance by getting Craycraft open on the other side. You have to just divert their attention. Nicely done that time by the Dolphins. It's like every play has been some version of this pistol misdirection, and they knew the Bills would be pumped up, right? Division title on the line, and yet they're doing exactly what they were able to do a week ago, which is get outside with the great speed of Achane. And in order for them to begin to bring some of the safeties down for the Buffalo Bills, they always play two deep safeties back here. In order for them to come down, you have to be a wrecking runner.
Toss to Achane here, just a yard or so against this Buffalo defense. And look at the ranks this year. Top 5 in the league. Points, sacks, and takeaways. Only Buffalo and Baltimore. Tua. Swing it on the side, trying to get it open to his tight end. Julian Hill leaked out. Leonard Floyd was in his face and gave him no space.
Well, these two head coaches going at it, right? One's the play caller, the other's the play caller on defense. And Sean McDermott, Leslie Frazier, not the coordinator right now. They were good last year, and he just had an idea of how to make it a little bit better. And they love this. 3rd down and 8 with a good pass rush. Pressure now on Tua to deliver.
I love this matchup with these two guys. Matt Schuwitz calling plays. Von Miller in the game for the first time. Tua far sideline to Tyreek Hill. And he threw out of bounds. Couldn't get the feet down. It's incomplete. We'll bring up 4th down.
I think you're going to have to punt the football away here. And, the hard part is really with both of these offenses, you don't have confidence that you can stop them, whether they start on the 10 or the 50. And so Josh Allen's going to get a chance to drive the length of the field one more time.
Deontay Hardy back deep. He can't barely much in these games for the Dolphins. His 48 punts, second fewest. Leading team in the league. Make that fair catch. Right around the 10-yard line. Fourth here. Lauderdale in Miami. Bills taking over their own 11. Second drive. Pressure picked up. Allen's got time. Shot that field. Diggs is wide open. He couldn't hit him. Oh, Stephon had a couple of steps and was looking for a house call. 13 and 14. Couldn't get it.
It's Hall of Fame linebacker, Brian Urlacher. I've made a lot of big hits in my career, but there's only one man who can tackle.
We will wait until this ad is done, so thank you. I will pause.
Rams. I don't know what this little wiggle move was here, but it froze Jalen Ramsey, who was looking to pick 6 one and take it the other way, and oh boy, that was really lucky right there. And this is what's been happening though. For whatever reason, Josh Allen and Steph Diggs just have not found those big plays that they have been really famous for over the last few years.
Shakir, nice catch. Good block. Shakir down the sideline. And Khalil Shakir at his terrific speed is into Dolphins territory with a big play.
Boy, it's a problem when you go slot blitz, and now you've just got 2 guys on that half of the field. Here's the block. Those 2 guys run into each other, and running down the sideline is Shakir. So, once again, trying to distribute the ball to as many people as they can to create the one-on-one opportunities for Diggs outside. And here they are again with Jalen Ramsey and Diggs out here at the bottom of the screen.
46 on the game. Ty Johnson to the right. He's got a good first down run against this Miami defense tonight. He's their signal caller inside. He has not played yet. Deshaun Elliott, who Melissa told you at that pregame catch screen, has been out there most every snap for Miami so far. After the gain of 5, here comes pressure again. Allen getting rid of it.
that has had an effect on him. And Josh has thrown a couple of little fadeaways and missed passes and had the one interception against the pressure. So maybe the game plan has been laid out now for the Miami Dolphins on defense. No pressure here, though.
6 DBs, Duke Riley, the linebackers at the top of the screen. In coverage, design run. Allen, not going to get there. Good play inside by Christian Wilkins. Captain has had a career best 8-sack season. Big stop there. 4th down, 35. 4th and about 2.
Probably going for it here, but Christian Wilkins, you hit on an 8-sack. Zach Sealer on the other side with a career best 9.5 sacks. So despite the fact that they're missing star players on the outside, Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips, those guys inside have become stars.
Diggs coming back there. He had a carry last week. It's 4th and 2. He releases. He doesn't even get out there. Gabriel took him away. Josh flips it towards the end zone to Davis. Intercepted. A second end zone interception. Deshaun Elliott comes away with this one.
Here's the first look. He had a flat route right out here that he chose not to take. It was open. That's your first down right there. He had the natural pick. And now Josh was going to throw his third fadeaway jumper wildly down into the end zone. And you go, okay, they actually maybe gain a little bit on 4th down, right, and take a shot with that. But it has been one of those kind of starts so far for Josh Allen where he is just going to let it fly.
Again, Davis, he hit his own foot, knocked himself down. It wasn't even tangled feet with Eli Apple. Apple tried to take out that first interception because he had space and ended up backing them up. That time, of course, it's so easy to say from up here, let that go. So you get the ball out around the 35. Instead, it's the pick. And here, H.M. looking to throw, and the Buffalo defense strung him out. At the end of a very eventful Monday Night Crew Level, Monday Night Playoff game on ESPN and ABC. We're going to give you the full playoff schedule before we head out of here tonight. Heading forward is Jeff Wilson to the 24-yard line on that carry. For you stat freaks, the last play of that quarter was ruled a sack as the running back was looking to throw. Terrell Dodson got the sack for Buffalo.
And the Miami Dolphins now are trying to establish that running game, and they really feel like that they made some progress. Despite the big blowout loss a week ago, they felt like this offensive line proved themselves that they can come off the ball and deliver a blow. And as long as the Bills stay too deep, they're going to keep running.
35 here, Tua throws, it is complete for the first down just across the 30-yard line. Braxton Berrios down to the sticks, and we'll move the sticks for Miami.
2.3 seconds or less, that is the game right there for Tua Tagovailoa. Anytime he's getting that ball out of his hands quickly, this offense moves. On the other side, Josh Allen is just the opposite. Some of his biggest plays have always come when he has time to scramble and run around. So you're going to see Tua trying to get the ball out on time and neutralize this rush.
It's hot. Trying to turn the corner. Chad cannot do it. Greg Russo for Miami Hurricane. Over there to help make the stop. Another first down loss. Dotson, the other man, to help him.
You know, Rousseau only has 5 sacks on the year, but 11 tackles for loss. Look at that guy. You go, how would you block that out there? And they tried to not block him and just have him come slam down hard inside. But Rousseau is some athlete, and he got away right there. Good thing Dotson didn't leave with that helmet.
Rousseau had a bunch of sacks when he played in the stadium as a Cane. Aggressive coming after Achan on these runs. It was Bernard and Johnson, the linebacker and the nickel corner, set up third down.
Yeah, and here's where Tua has to be a little careful. Probably their favorite play is what they call a little drift route, right in the middle of the field. It's not really a post. It's just sort of a seam, and they sort of settle down inside there. And if they can get it in between the safeties, that's where they generally like to throw that route.
Jeff Wilson in the back. 3rd and 14. Bills bring 4. Fuller fires. On the run in. Across midfield by Tyreek Hill. Catch 3 on the night. First down, Miami.
That's the drift route right there. You can almost bet money on it. All they want to do is get right inside that safety right there, throw it, and Tua has all the guts in the world. Goes up and gets it. The timing that they have on that play is just impeccable. It's really exciting to watch them execute.
23 on that one. Tyreek is 49 receiving yards on the night. Lost to Jeff Wilson in space. And Wilson takes it to the 37-yard line. Gain of 13. And the purple fullback, Alan Kingold, he'll lead the way.
Do you remember Jeff Wilson? He was in San Francisco, and then he came over here. He had over 1,000 yards of total offense. And one thing you don't want to do is take a guy like Devon Achane and just wear him out. I mean, we have the playoffs to come here, right? This is important, but you also want to have him. So with Raheem Mostert out in the incredible year that he's had, we're going to see a lot tonight. Jeff Wilson, too.
37. Here it goes to the right. It'll gain about 4 yards. You brought it up, so let me ask you that question. Both teams are in the playoffs, but obviously the winner gets the 2 seed and the home game. It adds to this. It's really important for both of these teams to get that playoff game because of the geography of the weather in Buffalo and Miami.
Well, just look at their records. I think both of them in their respective home stadiums, 7-1, right? It says a lot. And Buffalo, nobody wants to go up there and try and beat them up there on Little Vegas did it a season ago. But for the Miami Dolphins, it's all about speed and good weather and let's go. And Tua's looking more and more comfortable in this game.
33. Tua left, nobody there. He takes off. That's the first down and slides down as Taron Johnson was chasing him. Tagovailoa does not run much. 34 times this year. Gets one there.
There are just so many times. These guys, once you begin to beat them to the outside, which is what happens, watch how fast those linebackers react. And now just the naked bootleg out the other way. And so far, the Dolphins have been dynamic tonight because of the misdirection action. Almost from the first play of the game, just look like you're going one way, go the other.
5th, Tua rushing first down of the season. Jeff Wilson inside, going no way. Taron Johnson.
But that's the magic of what this offense is, because if you take a misstep, then you can't catch up.
So much speed on this Miami team. Similar look at that pitch to the right. Wilson inside the 10. Achane, touchdown. Devon Achane uses that speed on the pitch, and Miami scores first.
Here we go, a little fake and go, and then watch some of the blocking on the outside here. Durham Smythe known more maybe for his receiving, but I tell you, it has been amazing to watch Devon Achane all season long. This guy is becoming a superstar.
Hey, with plaque psoriasis, even the thought of an itchy situation can throw you off your game. Otezla is the #1 prescribed pill to treat plaque psoriasis. Otezla can help you get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over a decade. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can happen. Otezla may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Some people taking Otezla have depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. With less itchy redness, game night is a great night. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla. Scan to learn more.
Star in the National Football League. And all we've done all year is talk about Raheem Mostert, who's had a career year as well.
Jason Sanders adds the extra point. All we talk about is Tyreek and all the passing yards and Tua. The Bills were a slight favorite coming into this game, even though we're in Miami's home stadium. The Dolphins are on the board first, with an 80-yard drive to touchdown. And on the touchback, the Bills will take over at their own 25-yard line. We were just talking in the break about what this Miami offense was, 70 points against Denver, all the yards for Tyreek Hill. But at the foundation, they've really grown as the year has gone on the ground.
And it's the very basis of what they do. Think of the San Francisco 49ers, where this system sort of came from. And Mike McDaniel, he was the running game coach for the 49ers. And now you're starting to see a belief in this offensive line and the way they're coming off the ball. If they can run it, it forces the Bills to come up. Now some of those big pass plays, Tyreek Hill down the field, are going to work.
Allen first down. He's looking deep. He's covered. Fires a second one. What a strike to Dawson Knox. Complete. The Bills have had their own bunch of big plays tonight. That one a gain of 17 to the 42.
How about that play by Josh Allen right there? A little pump fake to the flat. Defender comes up and he drills it right in behind in that area right there. He's going to pump fake it out there and then go get it right behind him. Well done there by Josh Allen. So, a couple interceptions. One of them actually a good play. He gained about 15 yards on that 4th and 2. What the heck, throw it up there. The first one, not so good.
Movement here by Buffalo. Create a 1st and 15.
False start. Offense number 88. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Lewis to start.
Mike, very different reactions on Miami's sideline to the Dolphins. 2 interceptions by their defense. Eli Apple definitely felt like he should have gotten more yards on his interception return. Came over, reenacting it, laughing, said, "I just got too excited." And then on the second one, Deshaun Elliott, all business, sat on the bench, got a few high fives, but immediately called for the heating pad for that left calf that he pulled in pregame warm-ups.
Yeah, such a question if he was even going to play. Javon Holland, the other safety, showed up on the injury report yesterday. His knee's bothering him, as he told us pregame. So a lot of safety concern with injuries. That's a pass complete to the other tight end, Dalton Kincaid, and tight end look for the Bills starting to develop, both of them healthy. Gabe Davis getting checked out first on the table, and now testing his leg.
Well, that's not what you want to see heading into the playoffs here. And I get the feeling that Sean McDermott said, all right, let's go back to how we started the game. That time, both his better receivers inside, very short routes. Let's get Josh settled down a little bit here. Let's get a couple of completions.
Allen going to take off here. Josh gets to the outside and gets the first down as he's inside of midfield to the 46-yard line. He does that so often and so well.
Well, we've seen some of the dynamic throws over the years, but he can really just embarrass you running the football. You know, the two guys, and they're so different, it's hard to compare them, but Lamar Jackson can keep plays alive and create big plays down the field because he's so quick. And Josh Allen creates the same way, but because you can't tackle him, he's too big.
Inside run here with Cook for a couple of yards. It's one of those interesting things to try to balance the scales of justice, if you will. You want Josh Allen to be that dynamic, go win the championship, but sometimes you don't want him to try to play hero ball. It's a fine line to find the in-between spot.
Absolutely. That's exactly right. There's Dotson going into the locker room, so injury is definitely becoming a factor here. But Josh Allen, a lot of times, will tell his offensive coordinator, Joe Brady, I need something to get me going. Call a couple of runs. So he likes it, too.
2nd and 7, Miami bringing the pressure again. Allen staying away from Diggs down there. It's Stephon Diggs. Inside the 10-yard line. Diggs for a gain of 36.
Well, here's a fadeaway jumper that worked out all right. Again, a big pressure coming. He just throws it up in the air. What a play. Look at all the hand fighting here with Eli Apple on the outside. Diggs. That's a catch.
That two-hand
guys. So today I'm going to sponsor a drink that's called water. Don't mind this blanket, but water is probably the best drink ever in existence because it tastes like water. You can put flavoring in it, and yes, you can put it in cups and everything too. And now back to the game.
Tight on it. I know it hits the grass there a little bit, but that thing did not move. First and goal again for Buffalo. Trying to tie the game. Cook stumbles. Regains his balance. Gains about a yard, maybe two, as we have 5 minutes in this fast-moving first half.
And Mike, just to go back to that throw by Josh Allen, there's about 3 or 4 guys in this league that could fade away from a deep throw like that to somebody who can run like Stephon Diggs and plant this thing right on the money and just give his guy a chance. That's what Diggs did to the Miami Dolphins in that first matchup. Just keep throwing it to him, and he makes plays.
Davis out. Trent Sherfield is in as the third wide receiver. Making the give over the top of the foot into the air. Sherfield dragged his feet. Touchdown! Ruled a touchdown! We'll have to check if he kept it secure, but he was looking at it like a fly ball in the air, dragging his feet, and for now it's a touchdown. You can't believe it. Let's look at these replays.
Andrew Van Ginkel got his hand on the ball, and that catch and feet down, that is a touchdown. Wow. This is going to be one great night tonight. You can feel it happening already.
Eyeing it, dragging the toes, got them both down, and with the touchdown. Scott Halverson, the back judge, was right there, right on it, made a great call on a great catch. And the game is tied with the extra point from Tyler Bass, where the Bills Mafia takeover was present throughout. Did you head out and go for a walk and a run down by the beach this week?
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of
Yeah,
confidence.
you did. It's great to see the fans out there. Touch back here. So Miami's going to take it over the 25. And Chris, here comes Tyreek Hill. Watching his numbers tonight. 3 catches, 49 yards. It slides him up on the all-time list. He is 8th in terms of yards in a season. He was hoping for that 2,000 number, but missed one game, probably keeping him from getting close to that. No matter what, no matter the number of games in a season, the 16 he's played this year, pretty special.
And you never know. You never know with him. 234 or so yards, you never know.
Keep an eye on the update as the night goes on. Here's A-Chain, touchdown last time. And he keeps going for a gain of 10 and a first down. Aaron Johnson was holding on, as was Balin Spector, who's in at linebacker after the Dodson injury.
Same thing, same play. They're just wearing this thing out, right? They're making you believe it's going that way and then just getting him in space the other way. And the one thing, if you want to really get H.N. riled up, tell him he's an outside runner.
And another injury on that play for the Buffalo defense. Rasul Douglas, the starting cornerback, being looked at. So the injury to the corner, Rasul Douglas, he was helped off as we have a flag before this one. It was marked just short of the first down, so it was 2nd and a half yard before this flag. And there's Douglas walking with the athletic training staff.
Defense number 92, 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
And Melissa has more on other injuries.
Yes, Mike, on the Bills offense, wide receiver Gabe Davis. Athletic training staff was looking at his left knee area. He was very frustrated before heading to the locker room. He is questionable with a knee injury. On defense, linebacker Tyrell Dodson spent about 5 minutes in the medical tent before he headed to the locker room. He's questionable with the shoulder, and of course, we'll keep an eye on Rasul Douglas down here and get you an update as soon as we have it.
And so a lot of injuries there, Melissa, for this Buffalo team that has come through a lot without Tre'Davious White, their corner, Matt Milano, their linebacker, for most of the season. Bob Wilson brought down by Terrell Bernard, who's done such a good job in the middle of this defense. After Milano got hurt, and there is Matt, who fractured his right leg and knee in the game in London against Jacksonville.
But we have to talk now a little bit about the secondary of the Buffalo Bills. Remember, they made a trade for Rasul Douglas, and since that time, in 8 games, he has 4 interceptions and was the AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week. This guy has been phenomenal. So now can Tyreek begin to get it going?
Well, on the fake, great job of ball handling and completing it to Durham Smythe for the first down in the Bills' territory at the 44-yard line.
So now they're starting to say, all right, we're beginning to sell you on our running game. There you go. Now go ahead and step up. Little pump fake to Tyreek on the outside and find Smythe in the middle. So we're starting to see the complementary plays now to this run game.
50 till the half. Wilson, job inside. Terry Johnson has been very active in the run game. Gets pushed back on that one. Gain of 7 on first down. And Chris, you talked about the run game and the effectiveness last week against Baltimore. 100 rushing yards already for Miami tonight.
But watch this offensive line, right? We have got, there's Raheem Mostert over on the outside, and that guy has had a phenomenal year this year. Almost 5 yards a carry for him, and this is one of his worst years. So, I mean, it's unbelievable what they've been doing running the football.
Looks it inside Balin Spector. In his second year out of Clemson, there's been a lot of special teams play for Spector. He makes that stop as we get to the 2-minute warning. Quick return to Detroit to take on the Lions in a wild card game. When will that game be? Ahmed has all the answers coming up at halftime. 3rd and 3 for Miami. And Tagovailoa, 2. Fires the flag down. Center Wilson's got it. He's inside the 15-yard line. Wilson working on Dane Jackson as the injury to Rasul Douglas impacts the secondary.
Before the pass, holding, defense number 30. That penalty's declined, first down.
And it was on Jackson.
It's lined up now. Yep. Not today. Not today. Man.
While this ad is going, I have a sponsor, Zero X Shot. And this one is like a shotgun, pretty much. But if you don't want to use bullets or do the shotgun, all you can do is just click it. Then that's good.
Trains the use of power.
Little short yardage route here. Just watch the in and out of this coverage. And as you saw Wilson start to break away, a little grab of the jersey, and you knew it was coming, right? Dane Jackson comes in. Part of the reason they made the trade for Rasul Douglas was they weren't satisfied with their corners, and immediately now, Dolphins going to work.
Jackson only played 11 snaps of defense the last 5 weeks. Looks to the inside run for a yard to the 11-yard line. Sean McDermott of the Bills will take a timeout. 1:49 remaining until halftime. And we'll be back in 30 seconds after this from AWS. Chris, I mentioned how few snaps Dane Jackson has played. Spector, who we see out there at linebacker, he's played 5 snaps of defense all year. So this trying to win the division game, a lot of backups trying to get it done for Buffalo. Miami out quick for 2nd and 9. 2 against it to Tyreek. Underneath with a blocker. Hill down at the 3-yard line. And a flag comes down. Let's see if that was something to do with the block that was thrown.
May have had a guy downfield again.
Eligible downfield.
Further conversation here with Alex Kemp and Rusty Baines, the line judge.
Correction, there is no foul for tipping eligible downfield. The result of the play is Miami's ball at the 2-yard line.
Very close to the first down. Let's look at it again.
There it is right there is the question. You're going to see Tyreek. The ball will be caught behind the line of scrimmage.
Close there as Hunt was releasing downfield again. So it's going to be short. It was a timeout taken by Buffalo to stop it with 1:43 left. It was just short of the first down. So we have 3rd and a yard
Terry just ask for a clarification
Yes,
on that?
exactly.
Yeah, because his whole body has to be on. His right foot was still within a yard when the pass was released. So that was a good pickup. This is not a foul. They did get help from replay. Replay can do that in this case. So it is not a foul from ineligible downfield.
As you watch Hill get out for the reception, remember that red line, the line of scrimmage. The white line is that 1 yard belt for the lineman before they're illegally downfield. Thank you, Terry, for the clarification. 3rd and a yard for Tua. Despite the tight end in motion. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill in front of Bedford. Puts Miami back in front. And he sticks the landing.
On the outside, working against their best now, remaining Christian Bedford, and nobody wants to try and cover this guy one-on-one, and nobody wants to try and stay with him doing flips and backflips and everything in the end zone. He came out here to play. He had a drop in that one last week, and I thought all week he was going to be fired up for this one, and he has been.
Sanders has the extra point. 43 left. Miami takes the lead. You referenced late 2nd quarter in the Baltimore game line. They're going to need some Josh Allen magic. It may be able to go back-to-back here. The Bills have 1 timeout. Didn't call to start the second half. After a slow start, Chris, it's starting to turn around.
It's the Josh Allen experience. We've seen it before. First one, fade away, interception by Eli Apple. This was on 4th and 2. Why not throw it up? Probably gained 15 yards or so there. But then the scramble happened. We also saw the deep shot on the fadeaway jumper to Stephon Diggs, which led to this. Off the helmet or hand or whatever it was of Van Ginkel, hit for the touchdown. And so a minute 43 left in the half. Who knows what's going to happen on this drive?
25, Allen throws. Sherfield gets it to gain a 6. Sherfield caught that touchdown. It's his first touchdown of the year. His first touchdown since he was a Miami Dolphin. This is where he played last season. Gabe Davis out. Like more stats for Sherfield. He's played a lot this season. Rushing 4. Picked up as Allen rolls, fires, and Stephon Diggs stepping up now with a catch. The 41-yard line to first down as Douglas heads back to the locker room.
That's a big loss right there. It really is. Rasul Douglas just gave this defense a spark, and I'm sure McDermott's sitting over there going, oh, now we're back to the future here again on our quarterback position.
Bills say Douglas is questionable to return with the knee injury. 16 over timeout.
This is when the Buffalo Bills can be so dangerous. They spread it out, and Josh Allen is their run option.
Now flush, he's chased and throws it towards Kincaid. An incomplete. Doing the chasing was Jerome Baker and David Long, the linebackers. Baker back in the lineup, missed the last 4 games after a knee injury against Washington.
It's nice to have that veteran presence back in there one more time, though, with Jerome Baker. And they wanted to get Baker a little experience out there with David Long just to get him ready for the playoffs. I don't think they wanted his first game back to be in the playoffs. So there he is, been practicing all week, and he is the leader of that defensive front.
So the brace on the left knee and an MCL sprain. 2nd and 10 for Josh. Fournette's the back. Underneath, little Shakir tackled by David Long. Shakir secures at the 47-yard line. And stopped here with a timeout. 1:04 to go. Buffalo takes its last one before 3rd down. We're back in 30 seconds. Again, Cleveland and Houston before 5 is set. Again, the schedule announced at halftime. 3rd and 5. Allen stepping up. Take it off. And Josh Allen slides down. First down to 40. No timeouts. Inside of a minute.
So hard to defend. You get all those receivers on the field, and there just isn't enough defenders to stop Allen's runs.
Quick, it is caught by Diggs. He keeps it inside. And Stephon Diggs takes off. Gain of 17 to the 23. See if they clock him. 35 seconds left. The Dolphins slow to get up. He's injured on that play. Keep it going with 25 left. And Allen, feel it. It's an outside Dalton Kincaid a yard. And out of bounds with 21 seconds remaining.
Do you get the feeling that Josh Allen is just more comfortable like this?
Yes.
Right? I mean,
Yes.
in the biggest moments, and we saw him in that Kansas City Chiefs game, just going up and down the field with Gabe Davis and all of that. But sometimes it gets him out of his own mind, I think, and he just sort of sits in there, reads the defense, runs around a little bit, and the defense gets back on their heels.
Previous plays under review, I believe, was the announcement from Alex Kemp. Ball marked at the 23-yard line. It's a pass to the side to Dalton Kincaid. Unclear if it's possession or does he go out of bounds. And Buffalo's out of timeouts.
It's Hall of Fame football coach Lou Holtz. Listen, America needs Donald Trump now more than.
Okay. Remember the sponsor of water. Just drink water, and that's all you need to drink. No Mountain Dew, no crap. I will cut back to the game. I will just cut this ad. There's no cuts during the game. Got it? Okay.
Second foot is down. I see some green in between there. Question is, does the toe end up out of bounds? It's probably with a closer inspection looks being taken by the replay booth and back in New York. Okay, the call stands. Dalton Kincaid's toe is very close to the sideline. It actually comes down. Chris, you make a good point here with his toe.
Yeah, once he kind of arches up on it, then it's out. But we're talking about a foot.
Yeah.
That player's 1 foot.
All right, so it's second. Stephon Diggs has been animated here in the break. He really wants the ball. Allen on second down. Stepping up. Ripping towards the end zone. It's Cook. He couldn't hang on. Cook and Nick Needham beat in cover.
What happened? There is another ad, so I'll just cut this ad so we go straight back to the game. Got it? Alright. There's so much ads on, I can't stop it, sorry.
A foot.
Yeah.
That player's 1 foot.
All right, so it's second. Stephon Diggs has been animated here in the break. He really wants the ball. Allen on second down. Stepping up. Ripping towards the end zone. It's Cook. He couldn't hang on. Cook and Nick Needham beat in coverage. And he couldn't bring in his 5th touchdown catch of the year.
Oh, baby. James Cook, who tore up the Cowboys, a pretty easy one there, and he just can't hang on to it. And so many times it has been that kind of year for Josh Allen. Either he'll miss one, somebody will drop one, there'll be a sack.
Chris, they made a late change here with personnel. Play clock is running down. Cook goes to the sideline after his 6th drop of the year. And Miami wants to get their defense set, but helps Buffalo. It was kind of going quick there with Miami called timeout there first. 15 seconds to go. So, you have 2 matchups with the team. We go back, you watch the first matchup, and that was a frenetic, wild start. 2 scores each on the first couple of drives. This has been equally as frenetic, if not as high scoring a first half.
I love watching the Buffalo Bills play when they get in this mode right here, right? Because you never know what's going to happen out there. And while we've seen a very disciplined approach from Tua and the Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniel, on the other side, it just feels like when Josh gets in this mode, he's happy, he's creative, he's like a kid on the schoolyard. And the only guy not happy right now, I think, is Stephon Diggs. He wants the football right here.
They drop 8, rush 3, no timeouts Buffalo, so an underneath completion could be trouble. They try to get the first down, and they will work the sidelines to the 11-yard line with Deontay Hardy. So they'll take the yardage there at 11 seconds left.
And plenty of time to take your shots here into the end zone. So
Tua looked like he was wondering if that was the right move defensively.
yeah, now you've got these are normal plays from the 10-yard line, from the 20-yard line. That's a little tougher. So they gave up a free shot now. at the end zone.
Timeout Miami. Take another one to set the defense here. Ty Johnson has come in as the back for Buffalo. Again, if Miami wins tonight, we re-rack this game here next weekend. Buffalo comes right back down, and Pittsburgh goes to Kansas City. If Buffalo wins this game, the Steelers go to Orchard Park, and the Dolphins will go to Kansas City. Of note, if the Bills win and the games are in Buffalo and in Kansas City, peek ahead of the weather forecast. In Buffalo, it's in the 20s with snow on and off for a couple of days. In Kansas City, they're expecting a real cold snap with a snowstorm before it, single-digit temperatures.
So we're going to Buffalo for better weather. Is that what you're telling me?
Kind of. That could be what happens. It's a lot on the line with these teams and the title. Allen. Swings it inside. Stops securing the goal line. They're not going to get a play off, and the half will come to an end. Ty Johnson is stopped just short. Eli Apple and Jerome Baker were there. And much like happened in the Bills' favor in the Sunday night game against the Giants in Orchard Park, the clock runs out without being able to get a play off. Look down the line.
Not even close. Unbelievable. You knew they wanted to throw it quickly to maybe get off 2 plays.
Here's Melissa Stark.
Sean, denied in the end zone right there. What happened on that?
It can't be thrown in the field of play. It's got to be thrown in the end zone.
An uneven first half from Josh Allen. What's your message to him in the locker room?
Well, we just got to be smart. Take what they're giving us. He was doing that early, got a little bit aggressive, too aggressive at times right there in the red zone.
Thanks, Sean.
Guys, so we're going to end here at halftime. See you later, monkeys. Have a good rest of the night or day. Peace out.